Alright, so here's my chopper with its 72 volt 10 amp hour battery. I want to test the low voltage cutoff on this BMS. So after some trial and error, I found that the red and green wires on my e-brake cutoff will shut down my throttle, so I got that hooked up to my BMS over here. I'm using the light bulbs to drain the pack because it's a 10 amp hour battery. At 72 volt would take hours if I was going to use the motor at 130 some watts. I don't have a brake on there yet, so I can't load up the battery using the motor. But anyway, with the light bulbs I'm getting it done pretty fast. I'm at 5.6 amp hours, 900 watts, 12 and then some amps. Once I get it down to like 90% empty, I'm going to disconnect the light bulbs, connect the motor, and using my cruise control, which I've hooked up here, just let the motor run until the low voltage kicks in. I know this cell right here is the lowest one of them all. I've been going with my meter, and you can probe the top of the resistors one at a time on every channel. Now something that I learned the hard way is that very last cell number 24 up here, is monitored by channel 24, and it's not these two resistors here, but this last one and the positive wire that gives me my reading. But we're getting there. We're at 5.8 amp hours, 74 volts, and we'll be ready to test this shortly. I'm showing 2.35 volt on that cell over there that I'm clipping with the alligator clips. Pack so far has given me 9.87 amp hours, and we're very close to the end. I'm using my cruise control again to keep things steady so I don't have to hold it with the camera in one hand. If I turn the throttle up some though, I'm waiting for the 2.1 volt mark to see if my low voltage cutoff will kick in. You can see how 2.32, it should fall pretty fast because at the end the voltage drops real quick. It's 120 watts. I'm not sure if you can see on there. .21. $120 watts, 2.2, I'm at, well, just about 10 amp hours, 9.95 amp hours. And I'm at the 2.1 volt now, but it's probably 2.0 or 2.10 volts. Now, I typically would never drain the pack this low on the road, considering this has no pedals and no chain, so I'm stuck if I ever run out of juice. But I do want to know for sure that my low voltage cutoff works, because if I ever have a problem with a cell, I want to be aware of it so I can replace it, or know how far I can get, because your pack's only as good as your lowest cell. 0.17, 0.6. Should be cutting out pretty soon. And that's 10 amp hours on the mark. And .10. You can even hear the motor slowing down as the whole pack is at the end. doesn't look like this is going to work. What is it?